Warm temperatures and strong wind as we kick off the work week. I'm going to let you know why our temps up near 50 degrees are related to very strong wind that we'll see throughout the day.
Avalanche danger has closed all mountain passes between Spokane and Seattle. This morning, we're taking a look at alternate routes to make it safely to and from the west side. Terror in midair this morning, how some airlines are reacting to Boeing's 777 engine catching fire moments after takeoff.
Up with KREM starts right now with Jen York, Joshua Robinson, Jeremy Legoo, and Dana Marie McNichol.
Coming up on 6 o'clock this morning, Snoqualmie, Stevens, and White passes are all closed this morning because of the avalanche danger that came in last night. The closure started at 6 o'clock last night and are still closed on our last check. Trooper 70 said it best, if you were about to head out the door to the west side, don't. We have more updates on mountain passes coming up in just a few minutes. And we do want to thank you for joining us this morning here on Up with KREM as we take a look outside. Jeremy, how's your hair holding up this morning? It was a little wild earlier.
Thankfully right now I'm between wind gusts, so
okay.
I'm looking good.
Yeah, but can you feel it?
What do I feel?
I mean, you're in between the gusts. Were you feeling it maybe when you started to go outside? Is it just kind of a lull right now?
It's just kind of a lull right now.
Okay.
I would expect that by the end of my time out here in the next couple of minutes, my hair is going to be messed up again. That's just the way today is going to work. And so I'm going to fight it, but I'm going to lose the battle. That's how it's really going to go. So maybe I'll get lucky and I'll do the next couple of minutes and not lose the hair, but let's give it a shot, right? Why not?
Let's get to it, yeah.
All right, here we go. Early on this morning, it is windy and it is warm, right? How about that? 37 degrees early on today, and your sustained winds, I missed. Yeah, they're up around 22 miles per hour. Your wind gusts up over 40 miles per hour. We've already seen a 45 mile per hour wind gust, and you don't need me to tell you that your hair is going to lose that battle no matter how much gel you put in it, thinking you're a weatherman and you're going to be like, oh, stop the wind. It just doesn't happen. We're sitting mild this morning. Coeur d'Alene already up to 40 degrees, so it is a very warm start to the day. And with those wind gusts continuing to stay strong, that warm weather is going to stick around through much of the day. Here comes one of those wind gusts. I can hear it working its way toward me. So, yeah, here we go. All right, you see the hair? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There we go. See, I even put in more gel thinking I was going to win this battle, but we all know that that's not happening. There. Temps are going to stay mild because of those winds. Up near 40 miles per hour will be those wind gusts all day long. 40 to 50 miles per hour prompts a wind advisory. That lasts until 7 p.m. today in all of these shaded areas, and it's the hair-blowing kind of wind advisory. And that's going to be the case. I think later on this morning, we could maybe squeeze out a little bit of moisture in lower elevations, but for the most part, all that stays up high in some of those mountains. You just get that extra lift from the mountains. It pushes air up. Rising air causes rain and snow. We could see a little bit of moisture here in Spokane early today, but for the most part, there you go. It is going to be in those higher elevations today and tomorrow. Let's walk you through what to expect. Strong wind bumps temps up. Warmest we've been in a few weeks. Mid to upper 40s later on today, and for me, that's pretty warm. There we go. Yep, see, told you the hair wouldn't last. I did my best. Dana Marie, you want to join me out here?
You know, as much as I'd like to, Jeremy, I'm going to leave the hair tossing to you.
I'll whip my hair back and forth.
I love it. I have way too much hairspray in my hair right now to contend with the wind.
Yeah, it's just a losing battle out here.
Oh, well, like you said, it's going to be a windy day today, and there's a wind advisory in effect for most of eastern Washington until 7 p.m. tonight. We have Nicole Hernandez out in the wind for us this morning. Nicole, how you doing out there? How you feeling?
It's good. You know, Jeremy was talking about those nice warm temperatures, but unfortunately it still feels cold because that wind's coming in. So I want to go ahead and give you a look. This was blowing around a lot more just a couple minutes ago, but Look at it, it's going. We've got a good amount of wind, at least steadily here in the valley. Right now we're right near Spokane Valley Mall, but when those wind gusts come, it's picking up a little bit right now. We're even seeing some of those like street signs, like stop signs and stuff, actually wiggle just a little bit, so that really is kind of an indicator as to how strong these winds are being this morning, and that is causing some troubles on the road. So first off, of course, with those bigger wind gusts, you want to be really careful on your freeway, on your higher speed roads, of that wind pushing you around, to make sure you're careful keeping in your lanes this morning. The other big thing that we've noticed this morning is debris on the road. So not too much at this point yet, but we've already seen a branch on the road, and we saw some styrofoam blowing around. It actually went under our car this morning as we were driving here to the valley. So just be nice and careful this morning as you're getting up and out of the house, because those are a few things to watch out for, particularly on the road. And then as well, just, you know, keep your hat on and grab a windbreaker. I would suggest not an umbrella like Jeremy said last hour, just because those wind gusts will probably grab that and take it away. But do what you can, hold on to your hats, and be ready for some wind this morning. I'll send things back to you guys.
And following what Jeremy and Nicole said this morning, of course, all mountain passes between Spokane and Seattle are closed today. WashDOT is reevaluating the conditions this morning, but there's no guarantee on when those passes will reopen right now. So we got a live look at Snoqualmie Pass, where that extreme avalanche danger is in place. Meanwhile, Stevens and White passes are also closed today due to that avalanche danger. Now, right now, there are DOT signs in Spokane letting drivers know that they can't get to Seattle because their pass is closed, and again, with no scheduled time for reopening. We want to give you a look at the map this morning from the Northwest Avalanche Center. You can see the areas shaded in red are in the high category. That includes Snoqualmie Pass, and the areas shaded in black are the highest level. That is extreme avalanche danger. That includes parts of I-90 and the east slopes. This means avoid that area right now, and it means the only way to get to Seattle today, at least as of this morning, is to either fly or drive to the Tri-Cities, then through the Gorge to Portland and up to Seattle. That would add about another 4 hours without traffic to your trip. WashDOT says the passes are closed for the safety of the public and the crews who continue to do avalanche management.
When conditions are unstable like this, it is more dangerous at the road level for our snow plows and snow blowers and just general maintenance people at the road level to do their job, because they are right under those avalanche slopes.
As we mentioned, WashDOT says they will reevaluate conditions this morning. Again, no guarantee on when those passes will reopen. Meanwhile, the Spokane mass vaccination site is set to reopen tomorrow, but that reopening does depend on whether more vaccines arrive today. The latest batch of vaccines are late right now due to severe weather across the country. Last week, East Coast storms delayed about 90% of Washington's vaccine allocations. Providence had to reschedule appointments twice, but now Pfizer vaccines are expected to arrive in Washington today. Meanwhile, there's a backlog of Moderna vaccines expected to arrive on Wednesday, and we will keep you updated on the vaccine arrival at the arena here on Up with KREM, as well as our KREM 2 mobile app. Now, if you had an appointment scheduled for today or even for yesterday, you should be getting a call from the State Department of Health. They will reschedule an appointment for you later this week, and the caller will ask you to identify your identity with your date of birth, and they will not ask for any other information. So if you're worried and you want to verify that the caller is real, you can call the Department of Health's COVID hotline at 1-800-525-0271. We've got that number on your screen right now for you to jot down, and then press pound to talk to a representative. Dana Marie?
Well, trending online this morning is a post making its way around social media accusing a Coeur d'Alene bar of refusing service to customers from Washington. So you might have seen a screen grab of the post claiming to be from the Corner Bar. It's been shared thousands of times on social media. Now, the Corner Bar has not publicly responded to the accusations, but if you take a look at the page behind me, their Facebook page now has been deactivated this morning. So the post being shared shows what appears to be a statement from the Corner Bar saying it will not be accepting any Washington licenses until further short notice. Now, overnight, at least a dozen people have left the corner 1-star reviews on Google and Yelp. So you can see this behind me. If you look at their reviews, you're seeing a lot of angry people claiming to give them bad reviews based on the post. Now, meanwhile, a Spokane bar is responding yesterday. Drinkery posted this to their Facebook page. It says they will serve all customers 21 and over from Washington, Oregon, Florida, and yes, even Idaho. They included the hashtag service for all mankind.
I mean, this really isn't sparking any sort of like anything in me. I'm not gonna lie. I get cranked up over a lot of things, and this one's kind of like, whatever, they're a bar. They can do what they want to do. They can refuse service to anyone. That's how businesses work.
What do you think, Dana Marie?
You know, it's hard to say. I'm not in that situation. I know a lot of people on social media, when I was reading some of the reviews, were really angry. They made their way to the bar. They just kind of want to have a good time, and to be refused just based on where you're from, it's kind of tough. But yeah, of course, the bar has a right to refuse whoever they want.
Yeah, I think, I think that's something that we can all agree on. When you own a business like that, sometimes you just got to make a decision that you know for yourself.
I got an idea. If you like the corner, recreate it in your living room.
There you go. All right, guys. That's a reference to a story that we'll have on the next half hour about a proposal that they did in a living room. All right, still ahead on Up with KREM. A U.S. Coast Guard heavy icebreaker is back in Seattle this morning after the break. How the 3-month made history in the United States.
And it's windy this morning. I got to get back, and during the commercial break, I'm going to fix this mess on top of my head. And I'm going to let you know why you might want a hat as you head out the door today.
And a 5-on-5 basketball tournament is coming to Spokane next month. Coming up in our next half hour of Up with KREM, event organizer Matt Santangelo joins us live, and we'll talk to him about how you can register along with the scholarship money that's available for the winners. We'll be right back.